Well, I mean, they have sort of started, so we will too. We don't want to miss out on high quality decision making and map selections, do we? No. No. So let us hop on immediately over to Chrome. Hello. Long time that game. I feel a little dark. You guys look at the maps while I turn an extra light on, because and oh, I'm coming through my phone. Huh? I was confused there for a second. Okay, that's a little better. That's alright, my pleasure. I don't mind casting every once in a while. I am a caster after all. So, oh, you know what? Sure up, Spotify. Sure up. We have I Forgot Loom versus RealTHF. Now, that's not the name of their team. That's not the name of their team at all. That's just one of them. It's the Pangeodudes. Zachhalil and RealTHF. It's a Brit and an American teaming up. I don't even remember where Forgot Loom's stuff from. It's been that long. But hey, the quarterfinals are well underway in most of the divisions. Pretty much everybody should be now moving into the semi-finals, which is very, very exciting. An unfortunate number of admin losses in some of the higher divisions, but there we go. That happens once, and you know, you can't guarantee that people are going to be able to play every single time, even if you hope it. Even if we hope it. Okay, selections. First pick will be Hill Forts. We've got Haboob, Lombardia, Nomad, Amazing Tunnel, Chaos Pit, and Hamburger in this best of 7. Which that's nice, you know, very exciting. Oh, is that? It's messages for me. Oh yeah, it is. I don't actually ever click links. Just oh. Oh. Well, I guess we'll go to the hold scene after I put the effort into updating the stuff. I can't believe I closed that. That's very stupid of me. Yeah, so Hypnosis updated us. We've got some lovely new stuff. It's a video. It's fancy. It's a best of 7, I believe. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. I was just going by the map draft. Because there's 7 maps. But it might just be a best of 5. Challenge will tell me. Challenge. Best of 5. It's all best of 5s. It's all best of 5s. It's all best of 5. Best of 5. That's what the challenge said. Best of 5. Even though... Yeah. Yeah. Because you just need to win starting map and then But that to me looks like more maps. But that's fine. You just need to win the starting map, and then your opponent, like, what? 1 of your opponent's home maps? And then you're all groovy? How did these guys do in the groups? Pangea 2. Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's the document. I want the... Guess I could just look at the group stage. So... Where's I Forgot Loom? They advanced, only losing 1 game to Pizza Baguette. And where are our Pangeodudes who went flawless through the group stage? Hey, at least we know where we're at. Map draft is a bit unusual. Yeah, map draft is a little unusual. We got a Sibs. We do have a Sibs. Okay, Sibs it is. So, Khmer and Persian selected. We've got a ban of Teutons, Mongols, Cumans. Both mirror pick Teuton ban. Admin bans are Armenians, Gujaras, Aztecs, Georgians, Malians, Franks, Japanese, Portuguese, Berbers, and Koreans all gone. The drama. We might see some amazing tunnel. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't want to see amazing tunnel. I might find that distressing if I have a 3-hour singular game. Like I was prepped for like a nice easy cast, not necessarily a long one. But I've got 2 cans, so we'll get through this together. We'll get through this together. Ugh. It's definitely enough Sibs for a best of 7, isn't it? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Close. Close. Only enough for a best of 6. The best of 5 and a spare. Take that. It's interesting, the bans have got rid of quite a lot of popular 2v2 civs. Franks and Japanese gone, no Berbers as well. Koreans have been a popular pick as well. For some of the, certainly for some 3v3 action of late. Late Spanish grab as well. Can be pretty powerful, certainly in the slightly lower divisions, of which this is. Having maybe your lower rated player go for a comfortable like fast castle build into conks can be quite good. They did indeed pick Amazing Tunnel. Let's make it a little bit right there, ready and raring to go. Have people been scared of Amazing Tunnel? Has it been a semi-avoided pick? Simplify. Yeah, that's better. Have they not wanted to rock some tunnels? I've been spending enough time in the GB Discord, that's for sure. Of course, you first pick Amazon Tunnel to make sure that your opponent's team can't pick it. Yes. But you can pick your opponent's home map though, right? So if you lose, you can choose to play your opponent's home map. Right? Like that's normally a thing. No, you can't pick your opponent's home map. Okay. Vibe. Where's my handbook? It's been so long since I read it. You out the way. Face from me can. Yeah, map selection is allowed only from their own draft, not the opponent's. Ooh. Yes, so it is a full denial. Full denial. I like that level, that additional little level of strategy that goes into it. There is our full civ selection. Malay, Italians, Celts, Khmer, Persians, Huns, Maya, Ethiopians, Sicilians, Bohemians, Goths, and Burgundians for Dr.Stone. I hope they don't forget Loom properly. And then for the Pangeans, we've got Saracens, Khmer, Hindustanis, Magyars, Turks, Poles, Britons, Jurchens, Spanish, Byzantines, Vietnamese, and Romans. Now, I've been seeing an awful lot of Chinese civs in tournaments recently, and to only see one here is interesting. Genuinely, we've got a deathmatch tournament starting very, very soon, and there has been requests. There's been requests to have Hamburger as one of the maps for deathmatch. Serious requests. So maybe Hamburger's having a little mini renaissance at the moment, which is nice. I think it's a really interesting map. It plays out very non-standard. I like the water control element of it. I like the potential for like tower play on that starting wood line. But investing into towers means that you're not investing onto the water, which means that you can lose access to the outside, and also having to wall up. It's interesting. I do genuinely think it's kind of interesting. bumping into my darn microphone. That's not very helpful. Not very helpful at all, but there we are. What I didn't say, and I probably should have done, is how I was feeling about that Civ selection. Whose Civs do I prefer more of? I mean, we've managed to nab Huns, we've got some Persians and Italians, so yeah, we've got Mayans and Ethiopians and Italians. It's this sort of like semi-archer play. Britons, so we're missing a little. Britons and Vietnamese. There's like primary archer civs. I'm assuming Jurchens are cavalry based. Again, I haven't done a lot of. Basically, since the Chinese civs were released, I haven't done a lot of casting, and certainly haven't done a lot of playing. So I still haven't got my head around the Chinese civs yet. I think that the Civ selection of Dr.Stone is maybe a little bit more balanced. Some nice combos there. But we've got quite a bit of like cav pressure. Jurchen, Spanish, Byzantines with their trash. And plenty of Magyars, Khmer there as well. Even Turk light cav. So like we got some cav going on here. We got Hindustani camels as well, and obviously Poles with their lots and lots of spam. So pretty cav heavy. You compare that, we've got Huns, Bohemians and Burgundians a little bit, but they're not super cav heavy. I guess we've got Khmer. And you can go cav with Persians, but it's, yeah. So, depending on the map, certainly depending on the map, it can be potentially a little bit of a struggle for them. Okay. They're posting their pings, and Dr.Stone definitely has... Dr.Stone definitely has an anime background. I don't want a doctor do. You'll have to see it if I have to see it. Thanks, Dr. Stone. That gave me a giggle. Dedicated Age of Empires anime background. Could you not see the pings? Were you too distracted by them anime thighs? I wonder if that has an impact on Stone's, like if he actually has that over like in game. that would, yeah, that would give me the giggles. I want him to send a screenshot of his game. I need to know. Only Scrolls, thank you for subscribing for 2 months with Prime. We appreciate it. I don't know how the prize pool distribution is going for the channel at the moment. I haven't really been keeping up to date, but normally when people donate money to the channel or to subscriptions and that kind of stuff, normally how it's been done previously is that all of the donations go towards the prize pool and then towards future events that the Hermetica clan run. So it's always worthwhile people dropping a sub if they've got any spare money. If you taken one look at Hermetica and you thought there's enough money being given to the prize pool. You know, feel free. They can give me lots of money instead. These haircuts are not cheap. Increased to 450 euros soon. Wow, very exciting. Very, very exciting. Pangea quarterfinals. We've got 3 of the 4 players in. I'm still giggling at the anime and the anime girl thighs. It's a curse. Still waiting for Stone to get in. Just got Raw. Of course, the rough ratings of these players should be pretty even. Real 1260. Zach 998, just under that 1,000, and then Raw also 1260. So pretty darn close. Gone for West Europe as their server. Which, does that make sense? Does that fit? I mean, that's 49. Pretty bad for RealTHF. 123. Stone is in. Okay, well, we shall probably have a game very, very soon. Dr. Stone is in, so this should be a pretty significant advantage, actually, looking at it with Stone hopping in, to our Italians. Raw and Stone combined are a significantly higher rating than THF and Zach as a combo. Both being above 1100. So we've got somebody who's just past 1300 and somebody who's just past 1100. So, I don't know, like what's the ELO peak? Well, I don't know. Real's peaked at 1400 though. It was a while ago, but he has peaked over 1400, so maybe there can be that little bit of solo carry. What about Zach? What was Zach's peak? Peaked at over 1100 and has dropped back down to 998. That's a surprise. Normally when people break that sort of 1100 barrier, it's very rare for them to drop back down below that, like sub 1000. But then again, the game's got so much harder than it was. It's true, they are undefeated. But their ratings are a little asquiff from their opponents. But that's it. Real has hit that 1400, and I don't think Raw has. What's Raw's peak? Oh wait, no, actually, Raw's hit just under 1400 as well, 1390 or 1389. So maybe not as one-sided as it might have, as we might have thought. Like that's not so bad. but also undefeated in groups, and they weren't playing against these guys, right? These guys only lost one, right? I remember that correctly. Forgot Loom in group stages. They lost one game to the Pizza Baguettes, I think. Yeah, it must have been. And it was a slapping. Was a slapping. 2-0. And not a happy score for them, but like, how did the Pangeodudes go completely flawless? No, the Rohirrim's took one game off them. Pints and Pretzels took one game off them. And then they beat the Knights Templars smoothly. So, yeah. Yeah. I think it should be interesting. Let's find out if those should-bes are correct. Welcome to game number 1 of this. It's not best of 7. I'm going to correct that right now. It's a best of 5. And it is the Pangeodudes versus I Forgot Loom. That's better. Versus I Forgot Loom in this best of 5. And hold on. It's not round 4. How do you spell quarter? We're just gonna ignore it. We're just gonna get rid of it. As this man can't spell. Welcome to game number 1 of Pangeodudes versus I Forgot Loom in the quarterfinals of Pangea 2, Electric Boogaloo, the Astral division, the lowest division. We have RealTHF, playing as the Khmer, partnered up with Zachhalil from the UK. Whoop, 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 whoop. Not that there's any UK bias here towards Zach. As our lowest rated player, the underdog of the lobby, playing as the Britons, facing up against, with much Italian support, we have Dr.Stone, our anime pinger, playing as the Malay, and then his partner in crime, or their partner in crime, because I don't know what anybody's genders are, in Raw, playing as the Burgundians here in the red. So, I Forgot Loom. Combo of Malay and Burgundians facing up against a far more traditional Khmer and Britons. So this should be a pretty good matchup for the Khmer and the Britons. So I'm expecting something interesting to balance that out. Burgundians and Malay feels like a bit of a throwaway pick. Certainly for 1v1. I've not seen Burgundians being a heavy pick for a while. But maybe I'm wrong. Oh, snap. Who's put only 10 on the Pangea? Okay, fine. I'm gonna put my money on the Pangeodudes then. How much have I got? Just guess that I've got 2,000. Yeah, I still want to participate. Oh, yeah, I've got 20,000. Yeah, okay, yeah, I can afford to put 2,000 on the Pangeodudes. It's a Gamba stream now. Okay, let's keep an eye on that idle time at the start of the game. We can see that Raw has actually ended up with the most idle time so far. 22 seconds of idle TC. Under 10 though for everybody else. Certainly it's sort of under 1200. as long as we've got under 15 seconds of TC idle time by feudal age, that's not too bad. Like, realistically, that's not too bad. So 22 seconds, probably a little unfortunate for Raw, but nobody's lost a Vil. It's just a bit of generic idle. Less punishing. This particular generation of Hill Fort is super far away from each other. There's definitely been tournament ones where that spawn is an awful lot closer. So with the distance that we've got between the starting TCs and the bases, you're not quite so likely to get heavy pressured by a forward castle, just because you're on top of your hill fort. I can't remember if on the standard generation you can build docks, because if you can, it makes for a very strong defense to just be able to have some demos, and it also means that if your opponent locks themselves on that hill, you can drop a dock and you can get cannon galleons or galleys or whatever to put that pressure on your opponent and mean that they can't even hop off their starting sort of hill fort island thing. Feudal Age on the way in for Raw. 35 seconds of TC idle time. It's a bit yikes. So that, yeah, it's a bit yikes. And I'm pretty sure that one of the advantages of the Burgundians is that they can get their eco upgrades earlier. And that tends to be that you get them on your way up to Feudal Age. So that you, in that time where you're effectively idle, that you are starting to collect more res. And it doesn't look like we've well, we have got them. So that's a vibe. Oh yeah, you gotta hope for demos. That's the dream. Instead, RealTHF is keeping an eye out on relics. We've got a little bit of a scout scrap going on between Dr.Stone and... oh no, it's not a scout scrap. They're on the same side. What? Dr.Stone has just clicked his scout to follow his ally. I'm like, wait, what? Is R2 not going to be bigging up the Italians? I mean, everybody feels like they're bigging up the Italians. 6,000 points going on to I Forgot Loom. Who are these gambas? Who decided to put... Hypnos putting 5,000. Okay. 5,000 onto to his Italian buds, showing the support for his countrymen. Okay, Market Blacksmith on the way down for Zach. Okay, for that traditional fast castle opening. Slightly less traditional with the Brits, I will say. Vibe. Okay, so stable on the way down for Raw. It will not be a fast castle, and we are housed. This has not been smooth sailing for Raw at all. But Raw will kill a Vil, so that's something. First eco kill. There is that joining combo. So as scouts fights go, this should be a happy, easy win for Pangeodudes. But they have lost a Vil. Castle Age in and on the way for Zach. His eco's looking good. And looks like we are going for a castle. Right? That kind of vibe that we're going for. We've got 5 on stone. Dr.Stone also prepping some castle. We are long distance mining as well with 3. That's not necessarily normal for on the way up. Okay, so I am feeling it is a much smoother start for Pangeodudes. Making more scouts for the Burgundians, and we have expanded our farming economy nicely and are starting to transition onto gold. That is a lot of scouts, but I mean, it's like we are walled. I'm okay for going for this kind of aggression if there's some support, but all it takes is whacking it some stone down. Oh god, please! We did lock it. Nice, good awareness there. We're going for repairs. I guess just waiting for castle to come in. Barracks is down. How far are we? I mean, we're ready to throw the castle down pretty much straight away. Do we go forward? It would be risky now that we've seen this many scouts. Okay, so it seems like we've gone fast castle into nothing. The good old classic strat of FC into nothing. Stable on the way down for RealTHF. We are making a 3-ville castle. And keeping that economy rolling, I guess, is seen as pretty important. Castle Age lands in for everybody except Raw. But Raw has, I will say, Raw has made his opponents sort of muck up a little bit. Just get a second Vil. Just send the second Vil over. The spear's coming over to support. We'll chase the scouts away. We are just expanding. TCs, 4 TC boom coming for Dr.Stone. I guess we're going to 4 TC boom into Malay elephants and just try and have a big enough economy to just spam enough elephants out to cause an absolute nuisance. So the economy of I Forgot Loom is going to be just crazy high in comparison. The Burgundians can afford to stay in feudal age a little bit longer, especially if they really push getting their eco rolling, but we didn't get any additional upgrades. Like you can get the next wood chopping upgrade now. Scouts will be spotted. We have spears to play defense. 3 Vils are vulnerable. You want to keep those spears near the Vils. And definitely want to keep the longbowmen in the base until we've got numbers. If the Vils had gone around here, they could have walled themselves in pretty nicely. Not that I think Raw is going to take that engagement, unless he baits the spears far enough away that he can stay there. I guess we've put them on defensive stance, which is nice. Knights out. Really focusing down on it. Like, these scouts are basically irrelevant. It's much better for these knights to go forward and be putting pressure onto Raw's base right now. Raw has no defense, right? He invested everything into the scouts. He really wants to be able to get some damage there. And that has delayed his uptime by a lot. But the eco is just banging. 81 Vils for I Forgot Loom. Though Dr.Stone does have lots of idle time, but that's because he has 4 TCs rolling and we didn't have the farming economy to support that. So 45 Vils, 46 for Dr.Stone, 37 for Raw, who will hit Castle Age. And it's not like there's been a huge amount of expansion from THF, actually. So we're not particularly far off. No monks out yet either. And we are stonewalling this up. Oh god, this is going to be a long one. Innit? This one's going to be a long one. Using docks to wall it off. So, I'm pretty sure there is actually a gap there. I think there is a gap between the dock and that house. I don't think there's a gap here. But between that dock and the house... Oh, it's noticed. It's noticed. We block it off. There might still be a gap there, you know. Because I think the gap is there. So this might all be for naught. Scout's still out. We have walled in our expansion TC and we're starting to get some knights. There are easily enough knights to clear that up. Cavalier was on the way. Did we cancel it immediately? Castle came up and we only made 7 longbows. It's not necessarily the strategy that I would recommend going for. If I'm being completely honest, this isn't an optimal Britain build. No upgrades either. I don't think we've even got fletching. Do we? Yeah. That'd be nice. Some upgrades. Some upgrades would be lovely. There we go, fletching on the way in. We did realise. I guess it's not important if you're not planning on going forwards, but Cavalier, our now upgrade is out for Raw. We have light cav as well. So eco, 101 villagers to 119. Everybody going for TC expansion and being particularly passive. I will say this is a lot of exposed eco and not enough of a military to deal with 2 players, especially with upgrades. Second armor on the way in for real. Only first armor in for the Cavalier, and those numbers are not particularly high, and they certainly know that the pressure's on the way. With the longbows backing them up, this should be a fight that they can take every single day of the week, especially with some pikes involved. Nice. Downhill fight. We'll scare them off, and we'll pick off the vills as we keep putting that pressure on, joining in. Just having those pikes in is such a good amount of pressure, and we know we're really going to struggle to stop them getting in this way. Do you think that they are crying for help right now as we are immediately trying to Monastery University? I guess, is Stone just trying to imp? No, we don't have the res for him. We're not far off, though. And we do break in. The whole eco is now having to panic. Exposed vills. Oh, don't leave the longbows. Don't leave the longbows there. Well, this little army is going to get cleared. Again, we only have fletching on these longbows. No more archer upgrades. This now becomes a good fight for red. He can very happily take this fight. Underneath TC, we've got both our attack upgrades. We prefer armor, but this is a lot of idle time. I guess we're just leaning on the fact that we're hoping that Stone gets into a particularly good spot. We're reaching that 100 vil mark. We've walled up nicely. We're starting to tech into archers of our own. And here we go. Ballistics, Bodkin, and Arb is so much better than just fletching longbows. 5+2. And these guys are going to have 5+2 as well, so we're going to range them. There we go, 5+2. So the crossbows range them. We can produce them faster. Yeah. This is not ideal for the Britons. We are getting our padded archer armor before we get... Oh no, that's a lie. We do have Bodkin now. Will we have a university anytime soon? We have a university and ballistics is on the way. Okay, okay. Zach is there. He's back to gaming properly. We've walled up nicely. We haven't received too much damage. Vill count is close, but I do think that Stone is probably pretty close to clicking up. Other than that, we don't have enough gold. We are kind of hemmed in on our corner. Our access to gold is low. We have relics that we can grab. And... I'm surprised that we didn't go for skirms, to be honest, instead of crossbow, but there we are. Like, you've got more gold there, dude. It's... Telling Stone, that's Selling food, selling stone, imp on the way in. So, gonna go for Arb. I was sure that we were gonna be going for elephants. I was sure of it. Yeoman upgrade on the way in. This is a fight that we should be pretty happy taking. Every single arb that the crossbow that goes down is a crossbow that won't be able to be an arbalest. Handcart on the way in for Zach as well, getting every single upgrade. It's this all of the eco upgrades in one. They're feeling pretty happy about the pressure they're putting on, but oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! Look at how quick the tables turn. Stone gate comes down pretty swift. Pretty swift. Nice. We have one monk. We probably need more than one monk here. And imp is in. Squires. Oh god. Do we finish building and immediately open the gate by it? No, he locks it straight away. Nice. You're gonna have to have somebody on that repair pretty much constantly. Unless we gamer and wall them in. Wall them in. No. Okay, well, Arbs break in. Not Arbs, longbows break in before Arbalest, but these longbows are going to get cleared with the dive in of the Cavalier and Arb mass that is going to land in 3, 2, 1. Everybody's dead. We pull back the major army though. So this is pretty good from Team Loom actually. Like we put that distraction in, we've managed to hit imp. We've got all of our upgrades. The eco's looking way better for stone. And how close are we to clicking up? Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. We could just buy. Jesus Christ. Okay, well. It's not a particularly well-balanced eco, but with a little bit of market abuse, both Pangeodudes can be on the way up. Fletching on the way in. No castle though, so any siege that we're getting down, like what's our siege play going to be from yellow? Rams? This castle here would be nice, but we don't actually have any control of the area. The military is there, and you can't push the Arbs. You just can't. Not when you've got a trash army. You need a significant number of Cavalier to even come close, and I have a feeling that they're a little bit nervous. And this army can start to put pressure on here, so actually where we want our castle is probably near where some of our exposed eco is, because that's 50 very vulnerable villagers. So I like what we're doing over here. Real getting down an additional castle to try and put some dissuasion in to this area. It would be nice if we did secure it with some walls though. It's like I do like walling the wall off here by stone. Oh, quick, lock it. No. Oh no. Absolute disaster for real. Oh, it's terrible. That's a game-wrecking moment right there, and we're in full panic. We're in full panic. We're gonna lose most of our eco. Only one TC in here. We thought we were safe. The Arbs, we're just panic pulling back the army and the spears. That the spears are all going to die to the Arbalest quite happily. And that's like 20 vills that died right there. They're going to be very happy with that engagement. It's completely wiped a significant portion of the economy and the military of Real, who was sort of acting as the carry. That's so unfortunate. It really would have been worth locking that gate. And this has given a huge amount of time over to Dr.Stone to build up. They're securing the front. We're starting to get some siege out. Bombard cannons will start to put pressure on. Castle is in. Longbows still not with All of their upgrades need chemistry. We'll get another castle. Elite longbow upgrade on the way in. It's a lot of siege though, and we are going Halb. Halb Ear, that's also a lot of cav. Imp on the way in for the Burgundians.
Ready.
If they take this fight together, they can probably clear all of this, but that is a lot of halberdier. Not halberdiers, pikes. And not very many longbows. But they are soon to be elite with bracer. Just need chemistry as well. Vulnerable. Very, very vulnerable to this number of bombards. Halb is in. And bunching up is risky. Bunching up is very risky. This combo should be better for the team that actually has an army together. We're trying to get a little bit of a loop round with the military. Battle elephants, not elite ones, but battle elephants nonetheless. I'm pretty sure we get Cavalier. Cavalier would have been worthwhile getting. Instead we go for elite battle elephant. And the army comes forward and gets wiped. Guys! No! And then we try and micro them back, and by trying to micro we lose everything again. It's not the best unit control from the Brit. And I think they are definitely on the back foot. Obviously, all it takes is one person to throw, but we can see that the biggest problem that Pangeodudes have had here is a lack of walling, a lack of securing the base. So all it takes is like one little bit of pressure, and then they have to pull everything back, and then they can't focus on more than one place at once. They're not that level of player. So as soon as the military is putting that pressure and there's no expansion, they can't counter it. 55 military to 78. There's this slow creep of buildings coming forward down from Rome, prepping some cat rams as well to mix in. And we just don't have the military mass out from the Brits to be able to deal with two players at once. More elite longbows, but elite longbows in low numbers will still be mopped up by ARBs. Especially fully upgraded ones. And we've got Cavalier in, and they are picking off reinforcements, so that's at least something. Did we manage to keep some of the ARBs alive? Barely. Barely. Oh, no, not barely. They're hiding in the castle. We need to be taking the fight together, though. Like, Blue's going to lose his whole army if we're not too careful. Elephants are good, though. Nice bit of pushback. Finally, trying to secure some stone walls over on this side, which will deal well with potential raiding. If we finish that, that would be really, really nice. Ooh, it's close. Eco is even, military is even. We managed to stabilize. I would want more than one Vil doing this. I want more than one Vil doing this. Is this GG for Pangeodudes? No, not at all. Certainly if it goes late game, their civs are so much better. Problem is, if we go super late game, it changes again. The Malay become one of the better civs for trash. Oh god, it's another wave of raids coming in because we only had one Vil building the walls. And I don't think we're going to notice that either. We're too busy trying to get this push secured, and that's a lot of cat rams. That's a lot of cat rams with a small number of halbs in. It is noticed. And we did also notice the raids. which means that there's not going to be any support for our ally. Oh no, we are sending some light cav over. These only cat rams. Can we even kill one castle? Yes, that's a lot of rams. That castle should go down. This raid is going to be very effective. The entire eco is and we are sending some mills over to finish the walls. Good, 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 good. Castle, close. Will it go? Castle stays? Castle stays! Castle stays. Raiding army cleared up. Stone walls have secured the front. We're still cooking. We're still cooking. It might not necessarily be on gas. But the one thing that we should have had going for us, I'm assuming, is a decent amount of gold collected. Right? Oh. Yeah, Zach has got so much gold. But then again, Dr. Stone has as well. It's just a little bit less for raw. Well. Zach does not know where he wants to be. So, like, there is still loads of gold left. We are running out in the bases, though. So actually, a lot of this is going to come down to who can lock down the most of this kind of middle area where the remaining resources are. Starting to stonewall up ourselves. The other thing that we could be prepping, though, because it's 2v2, is trade. So at some point, we can already see that markets are down for Dr. Stone. Markets are coming down. These markets need to be over here. They need to be over here just to get the best. I mean, any markets are better than no markets. That's a lot of hussar. That's an awful lot of hussar. Oh my god. And that's definitely a dead castle. Not the most important castle in the world, but still a dead castle. One treb. Coinage on the way in. I don't see coinage very often. No demos being prepped. That's pretty tragic. But yeah, you just absolutely focus the dock. Blow the dock up, can't really build behind it easily. But I would also like to see some combining of the armies. Really help with the push. Instead, the elephants are going for their own counter raid. And look at this. There is a lot of very, very exposed eco here. And it's not like Hussar are going to have a particularly great fight here. Not one bit. Much fully upgraded elephants. Do we have the elite tech on them? The tusk ones? Tusk swords is in as well. We did focus getting down the we could have just taken that fight. 17 elephants versus 60 hussar. There was definitely a chance we could still win that fight. Well, we didn't guard our treb. We found it more important to take the hill. Look at it, it's close. It's close. It should be a win because there's halbs mixed in. Halbs did a lot there. But it was more than a 2-to-1 trade. So, you know, that could have been worth. That was expensive though. Still no trade prepped. Trade is sort of ready for these guys though. Oh, don't bunch up, please. Diving, the dive in here isn't, I don't like this at all. Like, this just bunches us up and doesn't give us an escape route. So the large part of our army is like the gold part of our army is really exposed, and this hill is basically irrelevant at this stage of the game, right? Like all of the eco for both teams should be over on the right hand side and left hand side of each person's base. So I'm not super into this particular maneuver. I'd much prefer getting them over here and upsetting any trade that's coming in. Ballistics on the way for real. He's now taking this fight on his own. Halbs versus not Halbs. It's not. It's only regular Scorpions who were unsupported, as we got a great dive in with the Hussar onto the siege. Really for late game viability, that's groovy. I guess we've managed to do a little bit of damage with our 20 crossbows, so longbows. So that's nice, and there isn't really a response to that. We've split some off. And keep an eye on upsetting trade. What might be really good is that by seeing that our opponent has started to trade, it might remind us that we probably need to start to trade as well. I guess we do have some trade going, but where's it going from? Where's that? Oh, here. Again, we're both going for shit market positions. The one thing that we are not doing, though, is we still properly haven't walled off. This right-hand side is still super, super vulnerable. Though, forgot Loom, forgot to refresh the vills. We are down to below 70. Oh my gosh. Little army will finally be cleared. But it's definitely done its value. It's definitely got its worth. Now with a full Halb transition. To be honest, if Real just transitioned to full focusing over on this right hand side, and the Britons sort of readjusted their focus over here, especially with the amount of Halbs on the field, that'd probably be a total clear up. Still, it's more castles, even bombards. Oh my god. This game is what you came for tonight? Well, we're hitting an hour in. I'm glad it's not a best of 7. Oh damn, I didn't even realise that the desktop audio was so damn loud. That needs to come way down. Way down. Otherwise, you won't be able to hear my lovely voice over the screams of dying elephants and horses. Do we have Warwolf? Is Warwolf in? No. No Warwolf, but we are getting rid of the Bombard Towers. More castles up for Dr.Stone, who is now starting to reboom. Trade for... not Dr.Stone. Does Dr.Stone have... no gold in the bank, barely any food, loads of wood. And what's this? A completely unsupported Treb? Why, yes. Oh, God, and 10 HP on the Bombard Cannon. Oh, dearie me. Still, more pressure, and we have at least now got the Heavy Scorpion upgrade in. Heavy Scorpion is, like, sort of game ruining for late game, especially if there's trade for the team combo of the Burgundians and the Malay. Especially if we get a mass of these up and they don't die, it's going to be so hard to deal with that. Like, if they came down here, these 9, if they were over here, there's nothing that Dr.Stone can do to support. Force levy in, chemistry. What I actually want to see from the Malay here is for us to be getting our non-gold costing two-handed swordsman. Like, that would be very, very useful. Certainly against Skirm. It's a little late though. and our production building count is going to be low. As it stands, it's going to be very, very hard to win this, especially because we went for Flemish militia. Flemish militia. I thought the military had looked surprisingly high. Well, the Flemish militia are still militia. And it is a big army. It's an army being whittled down fast. What's the eco like at the back of this for raw? Non-existent, so we can't refresh this. But we will clear up the entire military. we will clear it up. The Scorpions are now unsupported. Do we even have upgrades for the Flemish militia? I bet we don't. Oh no, we do. We are fully upgraded. Okay, nice. So the Cav made their way over though. Flemish militia mopped up, still taking the gold at the front. We did get pushed back over on this left-hand side, on the right-hand side. Flemish militia was not enough to deal with the heavy Scorpions of the Khmer. And there's the trash two-handers. There they are. In numbers, they become a real big threat. We can trade with the Britons with that. But if I was the Britons, I'd be like, okay, well, we need to put down barracks of our own and go for Britain champions. Castle goes down. Flemish militia going down. My, this is looking very good for the Pangeodudes. I don't think this GG will be particularly far away at this point. Hey, they went for it, and that's the thing. That's the spirit of the thing. They go for it. Still have a small mass, trying to clear it up, but it's just the position here. What we still haven't done is actually get up to a decent number of trade units. So that's, you know, if we did lose our military, that would be an issue. And actually, the army over on the right hand side is looking kind of okay against what the Britons have going for them, which is not a huge amount militarily. But we don't. Again, it's the win condition is these 20 Scorps. Real market abusing. I wonder if poor Red is feeling somewhat abused as well. Score is certainly telling the story. It's a decent enough engagement though. A very decent enough engagement. We've got rid of a lot of the longbows. And we're probably going to get rid of the castle. Still didn't get Warwolves, so it's not like we could have used the Trebs to engage the units. I think Yellow's done a pretty reasonable job. Though, I will say that all it's going to take is for Blue to send some Hussar down south, and this is over. Like, what's the food like? 73 on food, look at that. Like, we can probably get away with having less, in all honesty. Not supposed to treb your own castle there. Do you think Zach might actually be Scottish? He saw a British castle and he was like, right, gotta treb that down. Nice little bit of a clear up to 59 vills, stubbornly staying. It's a good little push. It's a good, tidy little push. Hussar though will be a solid backup. More Hussar on the way out for Raw. What's Raw's eco? I'm surprised we can afford any Hussar. That's unsupported Trebs. Those are 3 dead Trebs. You love to see it. How many of the castles will we clear? Well, there's only one cap ram left, but I will say the two-handed swordsmen have been doing good work as we are pushing back out. We're making more barracks. The infinite sword spam. Will that win them the game? I don't know. Probably not, in all honesty. But I like that we are not being too eager to take the engagement. We're going to see that the army's there, so we're going to loop around and see if we can hit the siege. Right? We wait until the army's out of position, then we run in and try and hit the siege. But we didn't. We kept the elephants there. Real was gaming. He knew. He knew where his vulnerabilities lay. Siege ram coming forward to help that push, keeping the elephants just there, playing defense. Caravan on the way in. They realized they were a little too slow. Castle on the hill. Is this the Ed Sheeran song? Well, I don't think that Dr.Stone is going to get over the castle on the hill. Not today. Castle on the hill looking way too good. Army of Blue looking way too good. Hope feels a little dashed. Feels a little dashed. We're even getting the last of our upgrades. Score is going to be boosted. We are comfortably past that hour mark. And it is 11 o'clock at night. Nearly. Nearly. I love that for me. Really, really happy about that one. You know, it's the quarterfinals. You definitely don't want to drop any sets. The first game is any games. The first game is very, very important to your overall success in the set. But I will say, going for Flemish Militia, having them all die, trying to reboom. Oh, it's a good dive. It's a good dive. We'll kill a lot. That's all of the heavy scorps gone. Great engagement. Gonna be really happy with that. But the Trebs stayed alive. And that did wipe out the army. Down to 4. And Market's gonna go down. Push is completely stunted. And the GG rolls in. So a nice attempt from I Forgot Loom. I don't think they forgot Loom. I think they got Loom. But I think that the Pangeodudes got the win. And it was dicey. It was dicey. There was definitely a risk of them not getting that win. There's some statistics for any of the statistic fiends. You know, you can screenshot it if you want. You know, they're there. See some APMs. Raw was a clicker. Oh, look at that. He was a clicker. Still, that's some 8,000 points for me. Thank you, Hypnos. That's it's like free monies. Free monies. There we go. Game number 1. It wouldn't surprise me if they wanted to take a small pause after that. So that was a Khmer win and a Britain win. And that was a Malay loss and a Burgundian loss. So definitely more valuable picks for the Pangeodudes. That's for sure. And that is a Hill Fort loss. Because actually Team 2 won. I can get my hair, yeah, all of that. You're right. I can finally get my hair cut with my 8.8 thousand points. Practically free monies. Okay, so we should be going onto one of the home maps of I Forgot Loom. So we've got Haboob, Lombardia, and Nomad. All of them pretty open. But we saw they definitely, Forgot Loom definitely had the ability to wall off. I'm expecting... I mean, I'd love a Nomad pick. I think that teams that aren't prepped for Nomad and don't have good Nomad builds can be really, really punished. But if I'm being honest, I would expect Lombardia next. Again, it's that distance. It's you wall up comfortably. Walling definitely seemed like an issue for the Pangeodudes. So that's what I expect. I would expect to move on to Lombardia to play something a little bit similar, but with civs that they're more comfortable with. Oh my god, this guy. Do you know? Do you know how good? I'm in their brains, baby. We're going to Lombardia, and what do you know? It's Poles, Huns, Saracens, and Persians. They got read like a book. It was pretty dicey. There was a knife's edge on who was going to win that, especially with the break-in and the damage that they did to THF, to THF. Could have been grim for them. Yeah, the raid was massive. The thing is that both teams were pretty passive, which meant that any damage that was done was completely irrelevant by the fact that they weren't building enough off the back of it. Siege wasn't included. So. Oh, well, I mistimed that. Did that just say mismatch? Oh, mismatch in name. Well, that's fine. It's fine if it's a mismatch in the name. Cope with a mismatch in the name, but not a mismatch in the game. Welcome to game number 2 of Pangeodudes versus I Forgot Loom in Pangea 2. It's a 2v2 tournament. We have Zach here in the green playing as the Saracens with his teammate RealTHF playing as the Poles, facing up in the polar opposite side of the map. We have Raw as the Huns, and Dr.Stone, our favourite anime enjoyer, the anime thighs, playing as the Persians. You prefer real civs here? I don't know, like... I mean, the camel, the ability to go camel quite nicely is great over here. But, like, we can still go camel, right? Like, we can still go camel, so that's fine. And Cav Archer, so we can have a nice combo unit. And we'll see. I mean, we're very wallable this time. I'm expect. Oh, and there's even a cliff. That's filthy. Cliff, wall. That's great for like for like late game trade. That could be really nice. Over on the other side, no convenient cliffs. Actually, that's a pretty convenient cliff. Wall. Oh, another convenient cliff. Oh, a wall. But yeah, with very, very open. Like this section here of Dr. Stone's base is very, very open. What was the previous map? The previous map was Hill Forts. That game was so long that even drinking slowly, I've still finished that my first can. And I try and pace my 2 cans to last the entire dance stream. And that was game 1. Oh, and distressingly for me, Lombardia can go, if anything, longer. That starting distance means that we are very unlikely to see a huge amount of feudal pressure at this rating. I would like to. I think feudal pressure is fantastic, but it does need to be with scouts, or you can do it with forward archery ranges or a forward barracks. Barracks coming. I thought the barracks was coming on the way down, but they gave up on that, and they are still instead of making a full-work. This full-work could have been on the berries. That would have been fine too. You want to shoot that deer? That's hilarious. He's like, no, I will get the perfect law. Shoot it! No! He's just playing with his food. Maybe they decide to sort things out with feudal aggression? I would be surprised. Dr. Stone's timings do look like they are feudalish. 19 pop scout build with the Persians. Moving heavy to wood, because we haven't been taking any wood. Tight build. Tight build. We'll actually need to take a food person to make the barracks, but instead we take a wood chopper, so there's it's risky, and especially because I don't think we're gonna have enough wood for a stable. I don't think we're gonna have enough wood for a stable by the time we're there. It's tight. Feudal Age also on the way in for red. Barracks will be down. So I don't expect immediate pressure, which means that we should have enough time to team wall up. Are keeping the scouts together, patrolling at the vulnerable area of the map. That's a lot of bills. That's a lot of bills. Loom. Yeah, Loom is in. But we did lose a bill. That scout isn't scary anymore. You can ignore that scout. But Feudal Age in. And we were able to get the stable just a little bit later than we might have wanted. But stables are coming down. And Feudal Age pressure will be king. We have finished our walls. Except right in the middle. Oh, and this bit. Is that because it's... No, it's not in the darkness. But by the time the scout cavalry is over, we should be fully walled. And relatively safe. Market. Are we making a blacksmith there? Yeah. Finish the walls, please. And also, this blacksmith is in a terrible place. You can fit so many scouts around that blacksmith that will all be attacking at the same time. Yes, it's got more HP than a wall, but the wall, you can only fit 3-4 units by it around it. You can fit like an army, like a whole darn army around this blacksmith and around this market. You really want it to be flush with the wall to just removes 4 units that can attack just on building placement. And they come streaming over. Castle Age on the way in for Zach. Real? Not on the way up yet. And I'm not necessarily sure why. This is a rough wall. On the hill and diagonal. To be honest, I'd just be half tempted to stonewall it up. So, do you think we go Saracen Knights? There's a little bit of pressure here. Knight R2. Okay, barracks on the way down. You're gonna have to have a lot of vills putting defences in place. That's for sure. Are we smooth enough? Are we smooth enough? Do we have enough wood? We don't have enough wood. We can't wall at the back of this. We also can't get a stable down. Ooh. Feudal pressure's making this pretty dicey. There's also no vills nearby over on this side to wall them out. We got there in time. Still poking, prodding pressure. Is there a gap? No, there's not a gap between those houses. We just made a couple spears. Here's the funk. You don't need to wall this off. You can just put like one stone wall piece there and one stone wall piece there, and then this entire section's good. Still, all of this pressure is meaning that we are still not able to get that stable down that we wanted. Castle Age on the way in for blue, but not with a decent economy. So, yeah. Blue's saying, go round. They've not walled, but the walls have been finished. Scout was spotted forwards. As we retreat back home. We should be clicking up pretty soon. The res looking good. The farming eco for the Poles isn't looking quite as good. In fact, the eco's looking pretty... Like, look at that. Look at this eco. Ooh, eco's nice. How set up, how pleasant. Look, look over here. It's like, oh god. Oh no. Oh god. Oh no. So there's got to be a little bit of adjustment going on. But we at least got a stable down. And we're starting to make some camels. Too much invested in reinforcing the walls? Well, the walls sort of had to be reinforced to a certain extent. Like, you couldn't let that feudal army in. Was there better walls that we could have done? Maybe. But probably not. Realistically. I think it is what it is. It does put us in a pretty good spot, though, because our opponents hitting Castle Age first, have not managed to get a military out, didn't have anything really produced, so Castle Age hasn't really given us anything. Right, both players are going to be in Castle Age with an equivalent, if not better, economy. Like, we've got nearly 20 extra vills. Like, look at how much idle time that forced out of them. Like, that's over a minute for both players. Second TC only just coming down now for the Poles. And we're still ready to put pressure down. And look, I would be really tempted to use this army and just wail on the blacksmith or the market. I mean, there's camels. But that is most certainly the temptation. Castle Age lands for yellow. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. These are some genuinely hilarious walling. Zach, why? Just delete a hole. Just put your gate here, mate. It's fine. They still can't get out. Oh dear, there we go. Second TC on the way down for Zach. Over on the other side, we're prepping these siege workshops need to be forward, dude. If you're gonna go for like heavy siege pressure, you can't be trickling the siege over from the opposite side of the map. It's like this map is so far away base-wise. Assing up our Scorpions from home is just... Unless they're entirely for the defense, it's not the one. Scorps are good though. We invested pretty heavily into a large number of spears, and Scorpions are pretty good against camels as well. Second TC will finish. So it's 2 TCs for the Pangeodudes, who are still behind on Vils. Third TC on the way down for Zach, but again, we've only got 15 farms. You need more than that to really produce comfortably and make military from 3 TCs. So it's another game of wall up, take your foot off the gas, and Tom has to have a nap, I guess. Siege at home. What do we go for? Mangonels? Or just have it there? I like outposts. I am going to need a few more thatchers. To be honest, I do have a hard limit for tonight, which is if it reaches 12:30, pretty much wherever we've reached, I've got to stop, because I've got like I'm running shows tomorrow morning at 9, with a paying audience, so I can't be up super late. So if this set genuinely takes from 9:30 till 1:30 to 12:30, I will have to stop. And I believe it's actually genuinely possible with how passive both teams are being and the kind of maps that they picked. Still, we've got a way left. There's still an hour and a half real time. But yeah, at this point, I am now very much hoping for the Pangeodude 3-0. Because if this goes to Amazon Tunnel, I can't. There's no more cans to have. There's one last can, and I haven't even cracked it open because I wanted to wait until the end of this map to crack it open. And I will say, it's not looking particularly great for the Pangeodudes. Cav Archers and Siege, forward Siege Workshop will be there, and there's no actual military threat. We tried to go for Scorpions of our own. And yeah, we've had to panic buy a castle. I like our semi-re-walls. That's good. And what's great is we force all of this investment and this panic over on this side. And we just change the angle of attack. Come and attack over here. Poke and prod on the other side. We force such a huge reaction out of Zach. And we really need to be stonewalling or something over on this side. Or some mangonels. But you might notice a distinct lack of siege. Bloodline's in for real. Ooh, that can's looking very tasty right now. But game number 2, not looking so tasty for Pangeodude, not at all, as the trickle of army is coming from the other side of the map. Mangonel's out. They've broken in though. Good attack ground. Keeping that Mangonel alive will be really, really useful. Can we get some big attack grounds? Big attack grounds. Nope. Okay, instead we've decided to focus on that. That Mangonel's definitely dead. Yeah, this is good pressure as the Castle Age Rams will uncontested pop in. There's no army to deal with this at all without there being more Rams. And we want to be focusing on the Cav Archers with our Scorps. Good Scorp hits. And we managed to clear up the Rams without losing the castle, so that's really nice. Okay, well, the defense is holding. And the Cav Archers have lost quite a lot of numbers, but there's plenty of forward military to keep that pressure on. And grabbing relics. We have castles down over on that right-hand side as well. No, the Scorpion wasn't on my expected list either. I don't hate it. It's just... Look at how long it takes Siege to trickle over, right? You send 3 vills, they build the Siege forward. You produce forward. You're able to replenish immediately. It keeps your pressure high. As it stands, though, the defense has sort of worked out. Losing a lot of those Cav Archers is very, very unfortunate. And I think it means that we are going to lean more into light Cav. Our eco's still kind of ass, though. We are investing everything in a Castle Age push, which means that Imp probably not a million miles off for Real, who can probably, certainly with the amount of farming that's been done, with a bit of market abuse, go up to Imp. I don't think he should. Oh dear. Oh dear. Real just loves letting army into his base, man. Real he just loves that armies in his base. No castle at the front. Well, got Mangonel shots. Nice. They're not able to be effective. They get a dive in. They did a bit, but the damage is not particularly high. Though, the siege goes down, the Scorpions manage to get much closer this time. Cav Archers group up on top of the hill. There's no Mangonel. If the Mangonel pops out here and gets another attack ground, they all die. But this siege push is uncontested. There's no army. There's 6 army on the field. Mangonel pops out at the back. Doing same mistakes as previous game. Yeah, but this one's with a much better Castle Age push. We're going to lose some vills here. We are definitely going to lose some vills. Very important to keep our small number of melee units alive because we need to get rid of the battering rams. Have we got any production at the back of this? Don't have the food. Can we just trickle it in? They're going to get this. They're going to get this game too. Bill count's going to start plummeting pretty quickly. They can keep doing this as well. If a ram push with Scorpions was the idea, why pushes? Well, because, Highland guys, nobody expects it. A think the important part of this is that having the one player focus on the siege has allowed the other player to go for the cav archers, and the cav archers have actually been doing the eco damage, right? The siege has just been putting the pressure on the buildings, on the production. The siege is what has been putting the pressure there, and the cav archers have been what's been doing the damage, and it is really good damage. Because that we were sort of in a position where we were kind of looking towards going imp, and we've had to invest all of that res that was for going towards imp into military, and now we should be clicking up pretty darn soon with well, I'm saying that actually our eco setup is fucking shite. What is that? I was like, we should be clicking up soon. No, it's idle time. I mean, Zach's idle time is oh boy, that's a big old yikes there. We went full idle from 3 TCs there to get enough military out. We've only got 68 vills on the field. Oh dear. I bet we don't get rid of the shitty palace. Honestly, it's better to just stonewall up the front. Still, we remass, we rebuild. Yeah, having nothing to support. What I'm saying, it's fine if the cav archers are going to, like, if the rams are our front line and cav archers scorp are what we're using to back it up. Like that's fine. Like that's absolutely fine. That's good against everything that's being made. But it that will die to masses of knights. You don't really want. I actually want this little army here to just go over here. Just go and break in. It will take no time at all, and it will completely ruin the game. I bet we can hold with just knights only. Knights and a small amount of siege. No, don't! Just go forward, Zach. Just go forward. Imp on the way in. We're going to try and keep that army alive, get some imp upgrades, and then push this back. But that's a lot of rams. Arson and squires on the way in. Yeah, is there a good reason for Persians here? Yeah, hey, +2 attack versus range soldiers for the knight line. Yeah, that right. Great eco. No, don't fucking. Number 1, spread formation. Spread formation. This is a terrible fight for those knights. We also want to split a few of them off into the scorpions. There we go. Siege goes down. That's a very expensive fight. It's great that we managed to get rid of all the knights, but all of the rams went down without killing a single castle. So the push can't happen. Oh, these guys are going to stress me out. Persians do have faster TCs. Well, both Zach and Real are in imp with an economy. They have less vills, but their economy was better set up. There we go. Imp should also be on the way in for red with a little bit of market abuse, but I think yellow is going to be a ways off because of just the amount of investment that we had to put into siege. Oh, I am nervy for them. They'll try and stay fully in castle age, I guess. Getting that spam ready to go for the Poles. Gonna have enough units on the field to really put the pressure on. Army cleared. Loom have nothing to defend. Yeah. But Real and Zach are they're so passive. Like, they're so passive, and the army control isn't, like, stellar. So, what they'll do is they'll spend their time clearing up the mids. And going forward with units that are unsupported. Right? So, it gives time to Raw and Stone to like build up, stabilize, get an eco going. They're both on the way to Imp. Like, it doesn't matter if we lose this position. Like, we're pretty happy with that. Elite Mameluke is in, and Winged Hussar. Any regular Cav Archers. We do want to have something to deal with the Cav Archers, which the Poles and the Saracens are missing a little bit. I guess we could have Cav Archers of our own. we could be doing that. Still, this base is pretty open. That castle shouldn't be going up. That castle should be spotted and deleted by the... No. Okay. Just passing, I guess. So, castle goes up. We hit this one, though. That's nice. At least one castle gets heavy pressured. That's good. That's a nail in the coffin kind of fight. That's just eviscerated. Just all the bills. That was the aggression that we wanted. That was the damage that we wanted. 44 kills right there. And also, obviously, 48 on Zach's Mamelukes. In onto the eco, the Vil count plummeted. We went down to 39 in but a second. Like, hold on. When those Cav Archers broke in. We were okay. We're at 74. I thought that it was these lads that had killed the Vils, but it wasn't. It was the gold. it was the gold. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, this is over Red Rover. Let's indeed call it and go game 3, because this game 2, genuinely, I thought that there was a window there. I thought there was a window. The pressure was good, the siege was good, but nothing at the back of it. Defense at home, it's a timing thing. It's always a timing thing. When the siege is built up entirely at home and then has to trundle over the entire damn map to get in place instead of having like your siege workshops forwards, you're always going to run the risk of giving your opponent time to be in a better, more comfortable position. And it does feel like the Pangeodudes are in a better, more comfortable position. I mean, they defended okay. And again, for this rating, they defended absolutely okay. I do think that some of the reaction was a little bit slow, and they could have been very, very much punished by there was a small amount of like light cav. If that light cav, instead of being thrown away kind of without achieving anything, had dived past and gone into that back eco, so they were having to look at more than one area being focused than at once, right? I am pretty sure that the defense would have crumbled because it's so hard to focus. But we are over 100 vils behind 49 and 48. There's Blue's farms. Blue is entirely full work based. Has the dream. Has the pole dream. Spending his time making it look pretty, making it, you know, full work efficient. It's a dead castle. Are we going to try and dive forward to get the trebs? That would be funny. They're elite Mamelukes. Their melee damage is more than threatening. Certainly when they get close. Cav archers in low numbers. Do not an elite Mameluke kill. You've got to have something that keeps the elite Mamelukes at a little bit of range. One layer of farms or two per full work? No. It's you can just surround it with one layer of farms. Okie dokie. That's more dead bills. Still trying our damnedest to keep those cav archers alive, but we haven't managed to keep our teammate alive. That's the thing. We are now running the risk of yellow being defeated. I haven't started my second can. The second can is still. I thought I'd hang off until the end of this one. But yeah, this one is fully. It's fully. It couldn't be. It would be hard for it to be more over. Yellow is dead, and red. I guess red's just having fun microing. I guess. So hell yeah, red. More barracks on the way down. Please someone tech into Skur. Well, it's unnecessary, as it is called Pangeodudes take the second game in this best of 5. Pretty convincingly after they survived that pressure earlier to Imp, had the military mass, pushed in, did enough damage. Comfy win just before the 1 hour mark. So both games going long, but certainly this one had the potential to go even longer. Even longer. There it is. Okay, so that was a Persian loss and Hun loss. The first pick gone. That was a Saracen and a Pole win. So we've got a nice little box here. Would you look at that? They sort of had their civs up. It's like they went along selecting one player's civs, and then they selected the second player's civs. And then just picked 2 random ones at the end. So yeah. Bombardier. That means that we have either Haboob or Nomad left to pick. You think the game could have... yeah, prayers have been answered. Yes, it didn't go. It didn't go past the hour mark. Oh, how blessed! What a what a frabjous day! Kulu Kale. How are we doing there? Unknown player. Am I in unknown players league? Is there a new lobby? That would be nice. I'm not seeing one. Give it a refresh. Give it a refresh. Ooh. Riz. They're into it. They're not. No mucking about for these guys. They are into the next game straight away. I appreciate that. That's very kind of them. That's very kind of them. A boob. A boob. Well, welcome to what could potentially be the last game of the quarterfinals for the Astral division of Pangea 2v2. We have the Pangeodudes versus I Forgot Loom. We have RealTHF playing as the Vietnamese, partnered up with Zach, playing as the Magyars, facing up against Dr.Stone as the Khmer, and the Persians out of Raw. Poor Highlander Ghost having to deal with shit internet. R.I.P. Can be tough. Can be tough. Haboob's an interesting map. Walling can be pretty hard, but not impossible to secure, or at least to make it hard to raid. And with this gen, we are certainly going to be able to like set up late game trade kind of comfortably, and we can wall in at the back. Most people are going to go for the kind of central. They were boobs, but now they're more like petals. And Magyars and Vietnamese are a combo I'm expecting, well, I'm saying I'm expecting, I'm not really expecting feudal pressure because that's not really something that the Pangeodudes have done. So this might be the first time that they actually have to. Loom on the way in for real. And another Vil. Pulling in those Elefantos. Nobody going for a lane. Nobody losing a Vil. Yes, losing Vils are way less common now that you can garrison in the TC and have your TC shoot the elephant. So that's nice for them. I don't do that. It's against, like, I never had the skill to do it when it killed the elephant, and I still don't consider myself to have the skill to do it now. It's too much clicking. It's just too much clicking. I am interested in what Khmer bring to the table here. I don't see them as a phenomenal feudal civ in this kind of matchup. What are we seeing? What are we seeing, guys? What's this? It's a good old classic Persian douche. Magic. Absolutely magic. Good response. Move all of the food further back. Don't even necessarily bother fighting it. Make sure that you've got enough wood. Protect your wood line is a must because we've seen, if anybody's been watching those T90 casts Matza games, that the thing that can often kill you when you are being douched is not having enough wood to build a new lumber camp. So we most certainly could be going and causing more of a nuisance here. Blue might not reach. That's true. Blue is definitely going to have to repair. Do we and we're housed. Oh, RealTHF is in the damn hell. In the damn hell. Just wants to repair it enough that Feudal Age lands. It's not necessarily a bad play, but we will need to rebuild the TC, right? So we don't have enough wood. Stable is down. And we're going for stable down as well. I genuinely think that I think Real might be toast. Because now we go and Vil fight and we can just pull back to the TC. We can't make another TC. We can just pure Vil fight this out. And scouts should be coming straight over. Like, these scouts should be just beelining to support the fight over here. Because I think that Real panics and builds his new TC over here. Like a defensive barracks. We've got to keep those scouts alive. Scouts being alive is very, very important. Getting double bit axe. He's just going to try and wall him in. Okay, instead the scouts came over and went to pressure Zach. I don't like this. I want to make sure that the scouts are coming to absolutely wreck Real. Like that's the game plan for me. Wreck Real. So we've pulled some vills away. We have enough vills to get another TC down. Like I just pull everything, new TC. That's not bad. That's not bad. But honestly, pull all of the vills. There's no reason for any of these vills to stay over here. We need to. Over here is better. We are ready to do a second douche. Oh, nice. We can deny the TC as well. That house is gonna die. That house is gonna die. That house is gonna die. Now imagine if we'd sent all of our vills. Instead, they're being battered down. Oh, Real's dead. This game's over. The douche has won it. The douche has won it out. We're definitely going to a game number 4. 100%. 100% TC denied. And, like, green was there. Green could have supported. Just some spears. Just a few spears. And we would have been groovy. But yeah, they're completely fucked. And now the vills are trickling over to try and get to the TC. There's only 6 of them left, and they're just being picked off one by one with 0 support. We're gonna be full defeated. When was the last time you saw a player full defeated? We're trying to hammer it down. 1 vill. There's 3 vills left. Oh, they've decided to focus down the scouts instead, and so they don't. Ah, that could have been a full defeat there. Does blue have Loom? Yes, blue has Loom. Loom and 3 vills. And we were pretty darn lucky that there was an ostrich there. But look at the eco for red. Like, red's fine. Red's happy. Red's actually totally fine right now off the back of that. Reboom into win. We now need to do some fucking damage, right? We need to do some goddamn damage, and 1 spear defense is not enough. It's not. Passive scouts also not enough. We know we're vulnerable. Where can we hit? I mean, the thing is right, like, so we know where our opponent is, right? Like, we can see he's got his eco here, and we know that their TC's here because we're Vietnamese. So I don't know what Zach is doing here. It's like, oh, you've shown where your army is. Did you think there was still a TC there? Like what is this? This is so. I heard you like douche, so I got you a second douche. And there we go. TC's down. Scouts come rolling in. I think these vills need to hop in that TC and range any of the vills that they can. Because they could have been supporting. Instead, we don't. And this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. An awful fight. And yellow's lower number of scouts is again being more consistently good. As red goes to feudal. Yeah, this game's done. Everything that is going on now, like the rest of this game is moot, right? Like the rest of this game is moot. There's no, you don't come back from this. It's literally not possible to come back from this. It's 2v1 for the next while. Yellow's eco is absolutely fine. We should be getting military up. Feud Lage is going to land, like... And then, what, Market Blacksmith? Like, we can go castle off the back of this pretty much straight away with the market. There we go. Market on the way down. This shouldn't have worked. It did work. I think part of that is down to... panicking. You've also got to expect the second douche, right, from the Persians. There's 100 stone, right? You're gonna do the second douche. So the actual response is it's probably actually archers from the Magias, or for the scouts to be going and hitting yellow. Still, Zach is like, it's okay, I'm hitting Castle Age, but what will this Castle Age give us? Two more bills and then we're up. There we go. Castle Age on the way for Raw. We managed to get a new TC, but we'll see Red hit Castle and we'll have to call it. There's only 7 bills. Zach has had 6.5 minutes of TC idle time. Yellow's had 5 minutes of TC idle time. Red hasn't. Who needs TC idle time when you can just drop a new TC on your opponent's face? No TC, no idle time, that's what I say. Castle Age in. Well, at least blue still has Ask out. Well, you don't even need to douche now. Now you can just make new. It's like, oh wait, no, I can't take that fight. It's villagers and I'm light cav. Excellent. How exciting for me. Second TC on the way down. So, the reverse of this is, if we can completely kill Red, if Red can be killed completely here and now, which he can't, by the way, he can't, then this game can keep going. But I'm imagining that what we were trying to do was we were trying to put a TC down on green for our next douche. I mean, it's a strat. That's probably enough light cav to do some damage. And it's worth throwing them away to kill as many of those vills of Red as possible. It's just that's worthwhile. That's good, but Red still has 37. And he still has a functioning eco over here. He still has some vills over here. And this is all that blue has. And all the while, we're getting a free 2TC boom as 2 players are having to focus down a player who is effectively just griefing. he's just griefing. And none of this matters because all of this is giving Yellow just the best free boom of his life. Look at him, he's just having a lovely whale of a time. And Blue's like, there's free eco over here, you could go kill the eco over here. still 30 fills on the field for red, and this TC will go up. It's been expensive, but that's Vils to trade for army, and that's army that we no longer have for green. And that's it, yeah. 2 mangonel defense, and send this army over here. And Real is like, please, for the love of God, Zach, come over here. Head over there. This is taking a long time, Jess. Yep. These guys are very slow. This is the longest series ever. Yeah. Up and down. So finally Zach heads over. If green didn't have so much idle time, he could have carried. He could have done that. Oh, just go in. Just go in, please. Just go in. There's a hole. Just go in, Zach. Please. Just go in. Well, there's the Bills gone, and a castle on the way down. As yellow comes in to play defense, and now, later than it was before, this game is done. Can't deny it. They're too late. Castle goes up, no matter what. You just call it. Go next. There we go. Thank fuck. Yes. Yeah. Go for it. Well, a successful strat. And not a great defense. not a great defense. But that was particularly effective for them, so that's groovy. It's late for the Italians, so it should be a quick game 4. I don't think that any of these guys have the ability to do anything quick. If somebody had said, oh yeah, just by the way, these guys, every single one of their games goes like an hour. If somebody had said that in advance, I'd be like, nah, I'll do the Rex. I'll do the Rex another day. Okay, so a Haboob win. It is not a clean sweep, and I swear to God, if they fucking pick Amazon Tunnel, they're gonna pick fucking Amazon Tunnel, aren't they? Well, they have 38 minutes until my hard cut off. So they best get their set in 38 minutes. I'm not here for a reverse sweep. This isn't going to 1 AM. It's not. I am too tired and too busy this week for a 1 AM set. It's a good set though. Like, this is a very good set. I'd be more than happy to pick it up another day. I don't want to. It could be a swift one. They haven't picked their. At the moment, it's lined up as Nomad, which I hope they don't click, because it's not. It can't be Nomad. But that's what it's currently lined up as, and it can't be Nomad. It has to be Amazon Tunnel, Chaos Pit, or Hamburger. I myself am hoping for Chaos Pit. Chaos Pit would be ideal. It's kind of what, genuinely, it's kind of wild. The timings and the build and setup seem to be for the Pangea dudes. Like, that they want something more. Like, I can see Amazon Tunnel for them, but Chaos Pit feels weird. Oh, look at them trying to read the handbook. But no, they've read it wrong. They've read it wrong. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to copy paste it. It's not like me. Why won't Discord let me do a screenshot? That's wild. Otherwise I can't link it properly. Oh well. sorted? Did they go back to reading the handbook? Because it does say pretty much verbatim. Game 1, map pick, admin choice, from draft. Game 2 and 3, losing team picks next map. Map selection is allowed only from their own draft, not the opponent's. Single pick, no repeats, using the same sieve twice equals loss. Teammates may reuse each other's sieves, but not in the same game. Higher seeded team must choose red and yellow team, and opposing team must choose blue and green. Sansol was she rocked those settings in like a Rottweiler to a setting. And they're going for Amazon Tunnel. Well, because they're going for Amazon Tunnel, and it is physically impossible for that game not to go on for 45 minutes, I will call an end to it now, because I do not have time for a full hour-long game. And it is time. But I will cast the end of this set tomorrow evening when I get back from work. There you go. That's what I'll do. I'll cast the rest of this set tomorrow evening when I get home from work from the Rex. So don't spoil me, because we're gonna watch it. But I need to go. So I will see you all later, and we'll do a